What's up, guys? This is the Everything and Anything podcast with your host, Malin, and you already know this is the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. We just get it done, bro. We get it done, bro. Wherever we at, we get it done. This setup right here, we had it the last time, but we getting it done. You know what I'm saying? But we had a smaller one up. I always tell y'all the story about this shit, but we're gonna get it fixed soon. And today, but before I even get into that, I forgot to tell y'all, go check out the Instagram, bro. Check out the Instagram, check out the YouTube, check out the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, all of the pages. Anywhere you can find the podcast. See, I'm ahead of myself, but don't forget that. I ain't gonna forget that part. Go check me out, bro. Go follow the Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube. Smash that like button, subscribe button, and just stay tuned for more dope episodes. And today I'm here with my boy Sammer. You know him from the last time when we talked about just that fitness, mind, muscle, and just like everything that goes into it. But today we're definitely going more deep, in depth with it. And yeah, we got Sammer here today, man. What you think about this one?
Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting Malin to initially have me back on here. So the fact that we're kind of going more in depth on this, I think is really cool. Shows that he's definitely interested in hearing more, and I'm sure a lot of other people are definitely interested in hearing more.
Of course.
So, but what do you got? What do you want to know, man? I got all the information.
So today I got a few we got questions for Sammer. They're just a few in-depth questions. A few in-depth questions about work, the nutrition, training, bodybuilding, wearable tech, etc. Just a few things, and you're gonna hear me as I go through them. And yeah, this is just a continuation of the last episode, but just a more in-depth one where we kind of go more in depth on how to really get into the lifestyle and continue that lifestyle and benefit from that lifestyle. So here we go. But before we even move on, matter of fact, okay, I got one question for you. From the last time we spoke about fitness and everything else, what are a few things that have changed? If you get what I'm saying? Have you started posting about your fitness on your Instagram? Mm-hmm. What are a few things that you said you would have done the last time we spoke compared to now?
So obviously there's not a fitness account made, but I did start posting at least a little bit on the Instagram. I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, I saw a couple, definitely.
I posted one of my posts are about full range motion and how that is important in training and just intensity itself. What else was there that we talked about? We talked about nutrition a little bit. I posted about that and how eating clean food is very important in the process of our health and just training and making gains, losing weight. I am gonna make another post soon, third post, just about healthcare products that we use, stuff like that, shampoo and stuff like that, bro.
Talk louder, bro.
Is it not that loud? Oh shoot, okay. Yeah. My bad, guys. So the third post that I will do though, is gonna be on healthcare products, so stuff like lotion, shampoo, deodorant, all that stuff, and how that also affects our health, which plays even much bigger of a role in terms of just how our body, how would I say, a big role in nutrition and stuff like that is hormones. You know what I mean? Okay. And a lot of those products that we use that are processed too are affecting our hormone system, our endocrine system. You know what I mean? And
this man is smart.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I'm not that smart, bro.
I'm dead, but continue.
But basically, I'm just gonna share about that stuff and just share some facts about it and what people should do. And also, but besides that, there's just been a little posts about my progress besides that, so nothing too crazy, but there will be more informational stuff coming soon. So
I hear that. So you definitely made good progress, I would say.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
I would say you made
people
good progress.
People are actually starting to notice now that I'm getting a little bit leaner because I'm still on the cut right now. Dude, I'm down to 2,300 calories now. I think the last time I was on here 2 months ago, I was at around 27.
Okay.
So to me right now, this is starving. Low key, it is. Like I'm hungry as fuck. I'm hungry as fuck right now. Keep it real.
Damn.
Am I swearing, by the way? I shouldn't be swearing.
You're good.
All right,
You're
I was
good,
gonna say.
You're good.
So it is definitely more of a struggle, but people are starting to notice progress
okay.
and all. So, I mean, that's what matters at the end of the day.
Good,
so,
yeah.
But besides that, we're probably still gonna. This is still gonna be going on for a while. This cut thing, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm trying to be like lean. You know what I mean? I gotta be at least lean once in my life, man. I was obese, bro. I never got to see what was under all this fat that I have. So you know what I mean? I gotta see it once before. Like my plan is, I'm gonna do a year-long bulk. So I'm gonna bulk for like a year. I'm probably gonna try to go to like 230, 240 pounds.
That's intense.
I'm below 200 now, like right below. So I'm like around like 197, 198 right now.
Damn.
So like you can imagine the weight that I'm probably gonna be at if I do go like super lean is gonna be like 175 is the lowest I'm willing to go.
Jesus.
So,
bro.
but
that's a lot of freaking eating, bro.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of eating once I start bulking. So yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Damn.
So,
Yo.
man's really thinking about it. He's like, damn, this is a whole process.
Wait, so how much do you weigh right now?
197.
197, and then you're trying to go up to what?
240.
Jeez.
And like I said, I'm not even done with losing weight yet. I'm probably gonna go down to at most 175, like I said before. So I got like another 20 pounds to lose, bro. Yeah, for real. So it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
You definitely, I hear that. Okay, so moving on to the questions.
Okay.
Question 1: how important is proper form when working out, and what are some common mistakes people make that can lead, to injury or inefficiency?
Well, obviously, part of that question was kind of just answered. You want to practice proper form in a sense, because if you don't, you can get injured. I see a lot of people at the gym where it's a bit too noticeable. Like for example, at my gym, there's a father and son duo that always comes in. I think it's kind of cool in the sense that there's like a father-son bond and you're going to work out with your dad and stuff. But it's like too noticeable to the point that you want to go up and say something because they could actually probably get hurt, bro.
Yeah.
So one day I was hitting legs and they were hitting legs too. And they were squatting, right? And I was like, okay, all right, they're squatting, whatever. They weren't even going down low at all. Like, you know how like people squat down like low, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they were probably squatting down. It would look like a knee squat, bro. They kind of just looked like they were like slightly bending down and then pushing up. Like as if all the force was driving into their knees. And it got to the point where they were doing super heavy weight. I'm talking about like 315 pounds and they're just bouncing off of their knees.
Yeah, they put all that pressure on their knees,
basically,
right?
Yeah. And the kid was doing it too, bro. I was about to go up and say something to the dad. I was getting low key angry, bro. Can't swear. I was getting low key angry because I'm like, you're the dad and you're about to have your kid get injured up in the gym right now, and like you're gonna be totally liable for it. This is your kid that you're like not teaching how to do proper form, and the dad does the same crap too.
Yes,
bro.
I'm saying no, but he's teaching the kid how to do that shit. That's basically what he's doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the kid is watching the dad. The kid is watching the dad to learn how to do it. Mm-hmm. And the kid is seeing the dad doing that bad form with his knees and stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously the kid's gonna do it too, bro.
The thing is, it's probably worse for the dad. Keep it real. That man's obviously way older than the kid. That kid's gonna be fine, like probably. But the dad, if the dad makes
still though, the kid won't even learn the right form from the jump. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is messed up.
I would say for people easily. Though, like I don't mind telling people how to do correct form. Please do your research when you're gonna do exercises, bro. Keep it real. Like there's at this point, like it's the internet, bro. We have access to everything. You can find the answers to everything. There's literally so many YouTube videos on like how to do exercises and their proper form and stuff like that. It's just I don't know why people don't do that. People kind of just jump the gun on like thinking they know what to do.
That is a fact, though.
So.
Because I mean, when I used to go to the gym, like I said last episode, I don't really go to the gym as much as I want to or used to. But when I used to go to the gym, I used to make sure that I searched up everything that I do just for that form and so that I won't kind of like hurt myself because I know how dangerous that shit is. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure that I had my proper form. I did everything right, and I was, bro. But some people just, But have you ever been injured in the gym though?
Never, not yet. Big guy, bro. Knock out wood. We haven't yet, bro. Because I play it safe, bro. I know my limits. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't. Because I think for a lot of people our age, like guys in particular, I think our egos get in the way once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not once in a while. For a lot of people, it gets in the way all the time. Because we think like, oh, if we go like lower weight or lower volume or something, you know, to us, like we think it's like weak or whatever. But like no one fucking.
Yeah,
no one cares.
Yeah, bro.
You know
gotta
what I
do
mean?
what you gotta do. You gotta do what's best for you.
Exactly. So, but all right. So, the story with the kid at the gym. He's a big power lifter, right? So he's doing a lot of heavy weight all the time. That's his main focus of training, right? And he's coming up to me one day just to catch up, and he tells me, "Yeah, I have arthritis." And I'm like, "How the hell? How do you have arthritis at 20 years old?"
You know, I have arthritis too, right?
You do have arthritis,
yeah,
really?
Is
it much more common with younger people now? Am I tweaking?
Apparently so, because I went to the doctor
Yeah.
And because my knee has been killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that I have arthritis, bro.
That's so weird, bro.
Crazy.
Maybe I think it's just something that's popping up more in younger people, because like I would only think that older people would have it. You know what I mean?
Me too, bro.
That's crazy.
Well, I got it. Well, I'm 22 right now, but I basically got it when I was 21.
Yeah.
It was before my birthday.
Before the birthday too. That's crazy. But yeah, just to think about like this kid solely got arthritis just because of lifting heavy.
Yeah.
And I told him too. I'm like, "Are you gotta start lowering the weight?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I like seen him post on Instagram, doing the same heavy weight, and I'm just like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Beating PRs and shit.
Yeah, still trying to push heavy weight. I'm like, "What are you doing, bro? You just got told you got arthritis. Your joints are gonna be." Because by the way, obviously you want good joint health when you're pushing heavy weight, bro. You don't want to be squatting down and then your knees are like killing you. Like, it's that's the thing with ego, bro. The ego takes over everything a lot of times, and it sucks to see that.
Yeah.
So,
but just good form and common mistakes. It's just like some common mistakes motherfuckers make is just like not having good form, I guess. That's like the biggest one. It's like switching it up, I guess. Yeah. But moving on to the second question.
Okay.
Can you talk about different types of strength, like weightlifting, and like different types of like weightlifting, and like what are the benefits or drawbacks of those things? Like basically, if you have experience in other fields, like because you mainly do like weightlifting, right?
Weight training.
With a
focus in more like bodybuilding style training, as more hypertrophy focus versus strength training.
So can you just tell me what are the benefits of that specifically, of that, rather than like strength training or body weight exercise or weightlifting or resistance training, like those others.
Okay, so basically with the style of training that I do, the main emphasis that you're putting on yourself is that you're wanting to build mass. That is your main goal.
Okay.
And that's when hypertrophy comes into play. You're basically constantly putting your muscles close to, if not past fatigue, as much as you possibly can. So you're basically training a lot of times almost to failure. And at this point, dude, being I would say an intermediate lifter, I'm like a year and a half in now. I'm pushing myself to like crazy limits. Like if you saw me at the gym doing some of my exercises, you'd be like, "What the heck's wrong with this kid, bro?" Because like seriously, I don't. At this point, I kind of like embrace it. Like seriously, like I kind of embrace the failure a lot of times. Like I don't care if I'm getting like weird looks and stuff like that. Like I'm just pushing myself hard. I want it more, bro. You know what I mean? But in the sense with hypertrophy, like I said, the main goal is fatiguing the muscles. So a lot of the times in terms of, for example, rep ranges. So let's say you're, let me pick an exercise. Let's say you're doing more of a compound lift. So compound lifts are your squats, bench press, and deadlifts, right? Okay. With those type of exercises, you're mainly, with compound exercises, by the way, you're working more than just the main muscle. So like, for example, if you're benching, right? Obviously you're working your chest, but there's also accessories that are being slightly activated too. Like you're having your triceps kind of being activated at the same time. Okay. Your front delts are being slightly activated. They shouldn't be activated like too much, but like there's a lot of different parts on your body, kind of like with squatting too. It's like not just your quads that are being activated. You have your glutes and your hamstrings being activated too. Slight lower back activation with deadlifting. It's like your entire back that's kind of activating because you're using your back to pull up the weight. So, but with bench pressing, for example, right? I normally stick to 6 to 8 reps of like heavy weight though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if I want to do lower volume, which a lot of times that's what hypertrophy training consists of, it's normally like closer to 12 to 15 reps.
Got you.
So
okay.
Also a big thing too, for both strength and like stuff like I do, like bodybuilding training, is rest. Rest is like really important when it comes down to making sure that you're gonna do the next set.
Don't get into that as much because I have a question for that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what specifically are the benefits of what you're doing compared to those other styles of working out?
I would say a big benefit is if you want to gain the most mass as quickly as possible, it's probably hypertrophy training.
Okay.
So if your main goal is to just get bigger, do hypertrophy training.
So what's the difference between that and like body weight exercise or weightlifting?
Okay, so body weight is like calisthenics, right? Like that's what basically what it
calisthenics is.
That's basically body weight exercises. Like you're using your body to do the exercises. Yeah. I mean, calisthenics is bad. I see a lot of people that do it, and basically, I would say in a sense, see, each training has their advantages over the others, right? Calisthenics, like people are able to do a lot more with their bodies. Just like I kind of lack the knowledge of calisthenics, but like what I've seen is that they're definitely a lot more. I would say flexible is one thing for sure. They definitely have more flexibility. Mm-hmm. They're definitely able to they know their body more and and the capabilities of their body. I would say in calisthenics. With strength training, I would say that it's more just about like lifting big weight. It's not more about your size. Like I see a lot of power lifters at my gym in particular that I'm obviously bigger as them, but they're stronger than me because their training program is set around constantly making sure that they're lifting bigger and bigger weight. You know what I mean? But
that doesn't necessarily mean that their body is getting bigger too, right?
They could still like build mass. It's not just going to be at the rate that they would want to. They're still going to build mass, but it's not going to be like as something like me, you know.
Not as fast as you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what would you say? Because this is a question actually. This is a question that I'm wondering. What would you say is the rate? Like how fast does a strength trainer? How slower does a strength trainer build weight compared to you? That's a tongue twister, bro.
I would say this with strength trainers, they definitely need a lot more recovery because they're obviously putting much more. I guess I would say struggle. Struggle is not the right word, but I guess that's what came
pressure
up.
On their bodies.
Pressure on their bodies. Yeah, they're putting a lot more pressure on their bodies when they're doing their exercises because, like I mentioned, they're doing like crazy amounts of weight. Like I'll see people like casually like. There's just one powerlifter. Shout out to him. His name is Greg Buck. And this man squats 600 pounds at my gym, bro.
Damn.
600. Like it's nothing. Like I can't fathom that, bro. I can't fathom that.
He's
a menace. He's a menace to society, bro.
So,
dude's more leaner than I am. He's not even like a lot of powerlifters too. You'll either see they're either like tone built or like they're like huge. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question, bro. Before we even move into the third question,
go ahead.
I have a in between question, and this is something that you always wonder about. I wonder too, and obviously other people wonder about it too. But like with powerlifting, like because you just said 600 pounds, and that just blew my mind, and that just like triggered the question in my head.
Mm.
Steroids, is that taboo for you?
Like you're saying, if I'm considering it or something
I'm
like
not
that,
well,
or doing it right now.
Okay, before you even answer those questions,
Are you asking if I'm natty or not? Is that natural or not?
Are you before I even get into those questions? How do you feel about other people doing it?
I would say so. A lot of times, and this is where, because I think we talked about it a tiny bit.
I think just a little pinch,
smidgen, yeah. Shoot, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I've considered it.
Okay.
But the thing is, I actually go and do my research on a lot of the different stuff that I've considered to do. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, there's people that will generally hop on like something. It's called a cycle, so they only do it for like a certain period of time. So like they'll do like an 8-week cycle where they'll take it for that period of time.
Yeah.
And obviously, what comes with it is like increased strength, increased muscle growth, all that stuff, and then they cycle off, and then they do what is called a PCT, so post-cycle therapy, because a lot of these steroids, the main goal is to boost testosterone in some of these steroids. For example, you can get prescribed testosterone from doctors.
Yeah.
And the only way to do it is injection. So, however, you're pumping synthetic testosterone in your body. It's not like real natural testosterone that we're producing. It's synthetic like in a bottle.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people will do a cycle and then they have to like do like basically therapy for it after, so your natural testosterone can build back up. But a lot of times people will hop on steroids and they don't know what they're doing, and then they'll just cycle off and they're like, oh, I'm good. And then, their testosterone like crashes, and then they lose pretty much almost all the gains that they made within that 8 weeks. So like literally just pinning yourself, or like taking there's something called SARMs. I always forget what the meaning of it is, but it's basically like steroids but in more of an oral form. It's basically what gets people to go into the unnatural route without wanting to stick a needle in them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those are more of growth hormone.
And that's something you would consider taking?
So in particular, I was considering taking what is called enclomiphene. Enclomiphene is prescribed to young adults like us that have low testosterone. However, it doesn't put testosterone in the body. What it does is it tricks your pituitary gland, which like secretes hormones for us. It tricks it into saying, hey, estrogen is high in your body, you need to produce more testosterone.
Okay.
And I did a lot of research on it, and supposedly...
Looking for a delicious and nutritious boost? Check out May's Tropical Sea Moss. Their wild-crafted fruit-infused sea moss drinks and gel are made from the finest quality fruits and sea moss sourced from St. Lucia, providing you with 92 out of 102 minerals, 12 out of 13 vitamins. These drinks are perfect for starting your day with a burst of energy, refueling as the day goes by, or replenishing after a workout. With passion fruit, guava, and soursop flavors, each drink has a natural sweetener and is a healthier alternative to sugar-sweetened beverages. The sea moss gel, offered in 5 flavors, is a versatile product that can be used as a thickening agent, a binding agent, or even as a face mask. These items are made to order, ensuring that you receive the freshest products available. Try May's Tropical Sea Moss products today and discover the benefits of sea moss and fresh fruit in one tasty package.
One of the few performance enhancing drugs, right, that you actually don't need post-cycle therapy for.
Okay.
Because it's only like a prescription pill, and a lot of people have stated that as soon as you hop off a cycle, it just puts your testosterone back to baseline levels, like what it was before you took it. Nothing like it plummets it or anything. So it's something that I've been considering hopping on. I want to do it now during my cut, because obviously when you're cutting, your testosterone actually dips because you're eating less. A lot of testosterone plays a big role in terms of your diet, obviously, and if you're not eating enough, even though like that's required for us when we're cutting is to eat less, our testosterone is gonna like go down. So like I was considering it because I want to have my testosterone stay at a good level, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do want to get my testosterone levels checked. There's actually like clinics in Syracuse where they will like draw blood and then test it for you. So I really want to see where I'm at.
I'm not sure if this is a dumb question or if you've answered it in what you've said so far.
No, go ahead.
But Why is testosterone so important to working out and everything else? That like, why is it like? Why do you need to go check it? Like, why is it so important?
So,
And why are people injecting testosterone in themselves?
Because testosterone is the main hormone that helps us build muscle.
Okay.
When we have higher amounts of testosterone, it's easier for us to build muscle in the long run. And the reason why people get it checked is to see where it's at. So like, if I go get, let's say I'm like bulking instead, right? You know, I'm eating healthy, clean and stuff like that, and I get a test, my blood drawn, and I find out my testosterone is lower than it should be.
Okay.
Lower than it, like, so basically, yeah, it shouldn't be that low. Or something like that, right? Then I have to take into consideration, is it something in my diet? Is it something that I'm using? Is there generally a problem with my body? And then I have to actually go to a doctor. Because some people can actually get prescribed like something like Test in a vial by a doctor because they generally have low testosterone.
Yeah.
So like that's like a situation where, you know, that's totally okay if you have to take it because, you know, your body's not producing enough. But if you're going to a doctor or you're buying it online and you have a good amount of testosterone in your body naturally and you're just like, oh no, I want more. You know, that, you know, I mean, shoot, I mean, you do you, but like, I feel like that's a little extra, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, testosterone just is like the main thing that helps us build muscle, and just it helps us like getting these tests so we can know like where our body stands in terms of, you know, what levels it stands at for us to make sure we make gains and such. So
I hear that, but that's crazy though. I just wanted to get that in there, to be honest with you.
no, yeah, dude, it's all good.
Moving on to the third question though, what role does like nutrition play in a successful workout routine? How do you balance calorie intake with exercise to achieve optimal results?
Okay, so this is gonna be a really in-depth question because it depends on like obviously like if you're on a cut or a bulk, right? But overall in terms of nutrition, I'm gonna say this: if you have a really crappy diet and you're still working out all the time, you're not gonna make as much progress as someone that has a clean diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
If we're putting high quality, like pressure on our body, like exercises, and then we're going home and we're consuming trash foods, you know, we're not gonna make out the progress. But if you put high quality foods into your body, it's obviously going to benefit us in the long run. You know, it's going to benefit us not just with testosterone itself. Obviously, like, I know I keep saying testosterone, right? But there's so much other functions we want to take into consideration with our body that we want to make sure are going on. Because if not, it can not just hinder testosterone, but it can hinder many other just processes in our bodies, bro. Like cognitive function, for example, is like a big role in like eating foods too. You know, like keto, for example, you know, the keto diet, eating like little no carbs.
Yeah.
You know, like how people say they get like mental fog and like when they first start doing it.
Not really, but okay.
So like that's like a big symptom that people get. They get like huge mental fog, and the reason why that happens is like our brain runs on like the energy that carbs give us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People think like, for example, carbs are like the bad thing, like that's what makes us fat. It's like, no, eating more than what your body can burn, it makes you gain weight. You know, that's how it works. Eating like to lose weight, eating less than what your body burns.
Yeah, this shit is
lose weight.
This shit is interesting because, bro, like I told you the last time that I definitely have a problem with like keeping weight and gaining weight. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that plays and a lot of my lifestyle plays a big role in that. But and I know a good nutrition plays a good role in working out because I know when I used to work out, like I said the last time too, go check out that last episode if you haven't yet. I talked a lot about different aspects of how not eating when you go to the gym could fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened to me. Like I would go to the gym and like feel like drain myself, feel weak, you know what I'm saying, and not have the energy to go, you know what I'm saying, or come back here and not have energy to do nothing else.
Yeah.
But I'm not eating, but I'm going to the gym and literally burning calories that I don't have. So yeah, like it literally, I get that, bro. I get what you're saying by that, and it definitely does plays a big role in keeping that energy up when you're trying to lift up heavy ass weights.
Because trust me, dude, the high quality foods, they're gonna give you the right amount of energy for these exercises too. If you're gonna eat trash foods like before your workout, like a trashy meal, you know, you're not gonna have that right amount of energy balance, because it's not gonna like break down in our bodies right. It's not gonna be used properly as much. You know what I mean? Versus like you're having a nice clean meal before your workout. I have these like chicken wraps and like a banana before my workout every time. And let me tell you something, bro. I always walk out of the gym feeling like satisfied and good. Well, I feel hungry after I get out of the gym. You know, I'm always hungry. If you're not feeling hungry after you're done at the gym, then like you ain't doing something right. You're not working hard enough. But you know, just like during the workout, like I'm feeling good. I know I'm getting a good workout in because you know, because I have that energy stored up and ready to use. You know what I mean?
Word. All right. So that's pretty good, bro, because nutrition does plays a really big role in just everything that you do, to be honest. If you're hungry, I know when I'm hungry, I'm aggravated.
Yeah.
And I don't think being hungry while at the gym trying to lift up heavy ass weight is a good recipe for success.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 4, we're talking about the importance of, like, you know, can you discuss the importance of recovery and like rest days in a workout routine? What are some strategies for maximizing recovery time and preventing injury?
Okay, so obviously you just have planned rest days in your workout split. So let's say you work out for 3 days straight, right? You do push-pull legs, right?
Okay. Explain what that is, bro.
So push-pull legs, so you got push, which is basically chest, triceps, and shoulders. So those are the workouts that you do one day. Next day is pull, so you're doing back and bicep workouts. And then legs is just legs, you know what I'm saying? But after you complete those 3 days of working out, you take a rest day to do literally nothing. Well, obviously you go about your day and still do your stuff, but like you don't train your body, you know what I'm saying? Because your body needs all that time to recover. And because how it works is, if I am correct, and this should be correct, is that we strain our nervous system when we work out, right? And so if we're constantly straining our nervous system, not just our nervous system, but straining our muscles to a certain level, like I tell myself I go past fatigue at a lot of my workouts. But for example, like resting in between sets is really important, because you want to make sure that energy kind of like rebuilds itself back up. Because if you were to like take a minute of rest, I see some people like hop into their next set like in 30 seconds or like less, or like sometimes, or just like right after instantly, you know what I mean? And they have like little to no energy to hit their next set or something like that. And it kind of just throws off their workout, because they get like tired after hitting like a second or like a second set or something. They're not even doing the exercise for that long. They're like, dang, I'm already tired, I don't want to do this no more. And then just go off and do the next thing. Like if you're not distributing
describing me right now.
Describing you right now.
So you're describing me.
Is that what you were doing in the gym, basically?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, my nutrition was bad, bro. I would do one set and then I'm drained already, bro. Like I would go to the gym, do one workout, and I'm drained, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
would say that is, and I get it. Like I get like a lot of people have stuff going on in their day. Like a lot of people are in a rush, so like they're trying to get the workout like done like quick. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they kind of throw off their workouts because of that. I don't mind. Like sometimes I'm at the gym for almost 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? Some people are just like in there like quicking out, and they want to be out as like soon as possible. By the way, and this is for everyone, you should look forward to going to the gym. If you're like getting ready for the gym, and you're like driving there and you're constantly dreading the gym, then you got to relook on how you're approaching it, to be honest. Because if your goal is to improve your quality of life through that that way of just like dieting and working out, like then something's just not right. You're clearly not satisfied with what you're doing. You probably don't have enough motivation to do it. You probably just don't have a plan. A lot of people go in without a plan, and then they don't even do it for that long, and they kind of just go back to their regular lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this last episode too, is that a lot of people, they don't like getting uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like, because it's like they say weightlifting and going to the gym is one of the best, if not the best, ways of self-improvement.
Okay.
So, and a lot of times, yeah, if you want to stay consistent with that, it's going to be like a whole lifestyle change. Like now, like my whole schedule, like every single day, revolves around the gym. So like if I'm waking up early in the morning, I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to go to the gym in the early afternoon. So if I want to get this done, I should probably do it beforehand. Like if I got to run and get groceries, or if I got assignments, maybe I'm going to do that after the gym, so more towards the evening. You know what I mean? Like even my meals kind of like rotate around the gym too, because I mentioned last episode that I have a meal before my workout, and I obviously have a meal after my workout. So that's like 2 of my meals gone. So a lot of my meals, right? I have to make sure that they're distributed correctly throughout the day, because if I eat them at the beginning of the day, right?
Yeah, I get
you know, I'm gonna go through the rest of my day being up for like another 8 to like 10 hours with no food in my body, and I'm just like, dang, I'm hungry. Including that I'm already on a cut, so I'm already gonna be like constantly hungry. You know what I mean? So like it's just gonna make things even worse for me, like in terms of how my energy is distributed throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So just that in general, it plays a big role in the life. Like overall, a lot of this stuff that I tell people, they look at me and they go like, you're crazy, dude. Like all this stuff is like centered around the gym, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, like I said, that's my lifestyle, that's how I do it. You know what I mean? It's what I find, I guess, not find, it's like, it's what satisfies me. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own type of lifestyles, and what satisfies them, this is what satisfies me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, I go to bed knowing that I worked hard, and that I'm going to work even harder the next day, and that I'm going to be better than the person that I was today. I'm going to be better than, you know, I'm going to be better tomorrow. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I'm only comparing myself to me, myself, and I. The person the day before that, and the person that started the journey. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
So, yeah, bro, it's a lot to unpack, bro.
Alright, so moving on to the next question. How do you stay motivated to work out consistently? Are there mental strategies or mindset shifts that can help you overcome workout, workout setbacks?
This is gonna be a big one, bro, to talk about with you.
Why?
Like the mental motivation. So obviously, when I first started getting in the gym, I'll start with a little bit of a story. Before that, I was, and I mentioned this in the last episode too, this was like beginning of COVID, and I was starting to use drugs heavily, like really badly. I mentioned psychedelics to you, right? And I was using a bit too much, and I think to this day, by the way, and I'll say this as a little side note to everyone, that I do think it has messed up my cognitive function genuinely because of how bad I was using it.
Good.
But it got a breaking point where I was completely lost, bro. I was like lost, and I tried to commit suicide, and I just couldn't live like that anymore. You know what I mean? And that was the driving factor. I feel like so much people at the gym that are actually consistent, they had a genuine, huge life changing thing, or just like something that like threw off them, kind of like what I did. That like motivated them to push themselves to become a better person.
I get that.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that was kind of the drawing factor for me. And so, you know, initially I used it as my escape. So I would go to the gym with the mindset that I'm avoiding all my problems, and this is where I can release my stress, and just a place for me to feel safe from everything outside in the world.
So is that where you pull your motivation from, basically?
Still, I would say yes, but that was like that was my main like process when I first got into it, like my main mindset. But like obviously it's something that I still utilize in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's still in some sense where I go to release stress, where I kind of feel happy, like one of the few places that I genuinely feel happiest at. But obviously, it shifted from it solely being some a way of therapy to it being something as more of a passion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what I use as a way to escape became a whole passion. And I think to me that now that it's a passion, I feel like I can't give up. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I started doing it, it was something that I was just doing for, like I mentioned, me, myself, and I. But if I gave up now, I feel like I'd be giving up on, like you, like people that are like genuinely watching this, like people that are like rooting me on. I feel like I'd be giving up on them because like they're looking up to me and they're like, I respect what this dude's doing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if I were to back out of this now, like, what was all that work for? It would be for nothing. You know?
Shoot, I get that. I need to get myself healthy too. Matter of fact, I'm coughing like crazy right now. But
maybe it's just something in the weather, dog. Allergies are out right now.
It's crazy. Nah, I'm not sure it's allergies, but I'm definitely sick. I need that energy boost. I need some sea moss. Go get you some sea moss if you feel sick, man. I'm gonna make me some more when I get done with this.
I don't know if this man mentioned it. You're about to be on Dolphin Tank too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Should we say that? Shoot.
But I think this is gonna drop after Dolphin Tank anyway, so
okay,
that's good. Oh, actually, on the day of Dolphin Tank, matter of fact. So yeah,
you're hearing it here now, guys.
Can you discuss? Well, next question.
Okay.
Can you discuss the benefits of incorporating different types of exercises into your routine, such as cardio, yoga, or Pilates? You ever done Pilates?
Pilates is like, isn't it? I don't really. I'm kind of lacking the knowledge of Pilates, bro.
I know.
Like,
Do you know what Pilates is? Like stretching. I don't know how to do a lot of stretching, to be honest with you. Like, if I'm not wrong, to be honest with you, because I know yoga.
I think it has to do with using your body weight also, like using your body for the exercises.
Because what I know about it is like stretching and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard that Pilates is. Yeah, it's like mostly like stretching, bro. Like using your body weight to exercise, but it's more.
Okay, all right. Nah, that makes sense. It makes a little bit of sense. Like I said, I mentioned to everyone and mainland here that I only, do bodybuilding training. I do cardio though. I will say that. I do cardio at the end of my workouts. And the reason why is just like, and this actually has to kind of do with like, it's like good for the cut too. It's good for bulking too, but like it allows me. So like what happens is like when I eat my meal, right? Before my workout, think of it like this. I obviously have all that energy stored up. When I go into the gym and I start like lifting weights, I'm starting to deplete that energy, right? Through lifting. Once I'm done with that workout, my energy is probably little to nothing. Okay? So the best time for me to do cardio is at the end of my workout, because then my body can tap into other reserves of energy, such as fat.
Good.
And a lot of the times it's easier for people to lose weight doing cardio at the end of the workouts. I normally do, as of right now, on my active days, so when I go to the gym later today, I do 45 minutes of cardio. And on my rest days, I do an hour of cardio.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm normally doing anywhere between like 2 3/4 miles to like 3 miles a day, at least cardio just on those machines. And then obviously you have like stuff outside the gym, like walking around campus and stuff like that, or going to the store and stuff like that. So like getting in your steps is like plays a big role into like losing weight and like making sure you don't gain too much weight when you're bulking. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So in terms of Pilates and like what was the other thing that you mentioned? You said Pilates and what?
Like yoga and stuff, bro.
Yoga is more focusing on like, isn't it more like towards like yoga is like a lot of like meditation work too, I guess you could say? Like, isn't meditation involved with yoga? A little bit.
I don't know. I think
I've never done yoga either. No, I've tried like yoga once or twice.
Well, like I said, all them shits like looks like all them shits look like stretching to me, bro.
Low key, yeah. I think there are benefits to that. I just don't do them. I feel like it will.
No, there definitely are benefits to it. I just don't do it neither. You know what I'm saying?
I think when you were mentioning Pilates with like stretching, I feel like if you want to like make sure like you're stretching your muscles so like they're not tensed up, I guess that's an important thing. I don't really have that issue in terms of working out, just because I'm obviously constantly moving around and moving my body anyway. I'll say for people that are not as active, I guess that's a good thing. So, but besides that, I'm really not knowledgeable in stuff like Pilates and yoga, so I can't really give you the answer for that.
Got you. So this is a second to last question.
Okay.
How do you work out safely and effectively when dealing with an injury or like chronic condition? Like when you're dealing with something that goes on in your life, it doesn't have to be like an injury or chronic condition, but like, you know, throw those in there. What are some like meditations, routines that you have in place to help you get back into that mindset? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like I did mention before, I've never gotten injured at the gym. But what I would say is based on, I have a buddy that I work out with. He had a lower back injury. Obviously, I would say first go to a doctor. Go to a doctor.
Of course.
But making sure that you're doing exercises that will allow that area that is injured to still be in some way active, but like not strained too much. Also, it's not even about injury. If it's just like a genuine strain, like I know a lot of people like have slight strains in certain parts of their like body from working out a little too extra. So like for me, because I've had strains before, just go lighter on those days. Don't put as much pressure on those areas that I'm working on, so I don't hurt myself. Because for example, there was a whole week where I went with my front delts were like killing me. So whenever I was doing any sort of like pushing motion, it hurt like really bad. So like kind of just like lowering the weight and just, I would say practice, obviously always practice better form, but just making sure the form is still on top when you're doing those exercises are definitely going to play a big role in terms of making sure that you don't hurt yourself in the future.
Okay.
So
I hear that. Got you.
Now, what we got for the last question? What you got for me?
So, last question. This is one that, we discussed before we started recording, but like, can you discuss any current trends or developments in the world of fitness, such as wearable technology, virtual workouts, or alternative forms of exercise?
So, we did talk about this question before the podcast because it was an interesting question for sure. What I can say is, in terms of alternate forms of exercises, on social media, you'll always see some sort of fitness influencer throughout these unique exercises that you don't see normal people do. So, like, I'm going to give a unique example. And I actually do one of them because it's actually good. So, there's not a lot of movements that you can do to mainly focus on your lower back, right? Like, put a primary focus. Not like something like if I want to do a deadlift, it's going to work my lower back out, but it's also going to work out my lats, my traps, my rear delts, all that. But if I wanted to do like something that's solely focused on the lower back, I do what is called a partial deadlift.
Okay.
So it's so complicated to describe. So you know how on like a squatting platform, have you ever seen those like safety bars? So like if you can't push the weight back up, you could just drop the weight down, like drop.
Oh yeah.
So like you don't fall with the weight on you, bro, and like kill yourself. But what I do is I kind of set it up to a certain level, probably like slightly above knee level of the bars, and I set up the bar on there. I obviously put the weight on, and what I'm doing is like I basically just do a partial deadlift. So like I'm just pulling up from like that safety bar. So it's mainly activating my lower back when I do it. So it's not like all these like alternate forms of exercises are like not good. It's just that like some of them are just like completely like they get like popular from like fitness influencers because they're fitness influencers. They have this audience already, and they're like, yeah, bro, like here's this wild exercise. It's actually really good. I'm like, you really don't need it though. I mean, like, yeah, it works, but like, it's kind of a little ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
In terms of technology though, I'm sure maybe you've seen commercials. Have you ever seen the Peloton?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't know about the Peloton?
I forgot which Peloton I'm thinking of. Have you seen that that huge like digital touch screen working out I don't even know how to say it, dude.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think it's the Peloton is the bike, bro.
The Peloton's, but I think they make the same. I think they make the same thing too. It's like a giant
it's
touch screen.
It's like a touch screen. It's like a mirror you put on your wall, and it has
like a bar thing.
It has a bar you could work out on.
Yeah.
Bro. And like it adjusts to like the weight you put in it. It will have the weight in there and everything like that. Yeah.
I feel like those are complete bullcrap. I'm sorry. like, bro, why spend It's probably close to $1,000. Why spend $1,000 on that? Yeah, way more than $1,000 on that when you could just get a $10 a month membership at your local gym and then just hit some weights there. What's the problem with that? You know what I mean? Why do you got to get this enhanced technology? I don't think it's necessarily bad. I guess for some people, if they really want it, then you're like, you know what, sure, it's your money. You do it. You do what you want to do. You know. I'm gonna judge you though. Yeah. I don't care. I'm gonna judge you though because that's too much. The only reason that company is most likely even selling is because it looks cool. It does look
and
cool.
And some person with money, you're like, oh, I want this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Person with money, people with money and who want to get into workout, who doesn't really know much about workout, be like, oh, I want this. Let me buy this, even though it costs like fucking $5,000 or probably more. You know what I'm saying? But I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I guess the benefit too is it's at home too. If you don't want to like leave,
it's at home. Yeah, you know that's the one thing about it. Yup.
But
it's at home.
You should be getting out anyway and going to the gym. Like it's better. It's just a better experience to go out to the gym.
It is.
So.
But yeah. I mean, bro, like compared to the first episode, we definitely just went more in depth and asked a few important questions and a few interesting questions in this episode. Definitely covered nutrition and how important nutrition is when you work out. We definitely covered what types of workout you do and how to build and how like I guess how it benefits you in that sense, because you do I mean like what is, because it's not bodybuilding, because bodybuilding, right? What would you say? What would you call it?
Like the training that I do?
Yeah.
Hypertrophy training.
That. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try to say that word, but
can you not pronounce it?
I'm just not even gonna try.
You're not even gonna try.
But, and what you do is, is best for you. You know what I'm saying? But there's different things that's best for other people and how they could get what they want to get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
yeah. So, but I think this will be it for this episode. Anything else you want to say?
I would say this though, if you want to, I would love to do another episode. But if you want to mainly focus on mental health.
On mental health?
I think that would be something that a lot of people would want to hear about. Keep it real. Because I mean, we're in a time where mental health is playing a much bigger role in like social media and news and all that. So like, I guess some people want to know like, what's going to be the effect on my mental health when I get deep into this like lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
If you want to hear about the mental health, specifically the mental health aspect of working out, and I don't even care if you want to hear about it, it's still gonna drop anyway. But if you want to hear about it, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the Instagram section. Let me know. But yeah, no, we definitely could do that. Mental health is something I always like talking about, and it's very important. So we should definitely cover that and inform the people who don't know about it, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So down to talk about that. So
of course, hell yeah, bro. But we're gonna get that down before we graduate. In 5 weeks, about to graduate in 5 weeks. It's crazy.
Don't remind me.
But yeah, man, I think this will be it for this episode. This was a good one, and I appreciate Samuel for being on here. Yeah, man, like I appreciate him coming here talking about his lifestyle and what keeps him going. This is his pride and joy, working out. You know, that's what he does, and I appreciate him talking to me about that and how he keeps it going and how it benefits him and how he pulls the motivation from stuff that stuff that he doesn't want to be anymore, stuff that happened when he was younger, stuff that the past, you know what I mean, to make him a better person. And I appreciate that motivation, and I hope y'all pull some type of inspiration from this, from this episode and from what Sammer had to say, to be honest with you, because this was a good episode and very in depth in what he in working out, and kind of like him personally, to be honest with you. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for being on here. You already know.
Yeah, man, of course. I always appreciate it too, man. I appreciate you wanting to do this episode. So
hell yeah, bro. Like I said, the first one went good. This one went good. And the next one is going to go even better. So,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But, yo, this is the Everything Anything podcast with your host, Malin, the most unprofessional podcast out here. Don't forget to check out the Instagram, the YouTube, Apple Podcasts, everywhere, bro. Every single word. Check out his Instagram. He's gonna be posting all this about working out there, very, slowly but surely. But yeah, don't forget to tune in, man. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Instagram page, leave a review on Apple Podcasts, follow the podcast on Spotify. It's available on every single podcast platform. So if you don't have the few I just named there, go find it someplace else. I appreciate you guys for watching. And yeah, man. Peace. Yes, sir.